Hello, everybody. As we are currently experiencing the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain, yes, I know it's spelled Samhain. Don't ask me why it's pronounced differently. Bloody Gaelic pronunciations, changing everything, just to be awkward and ignoring the actual letters that are written down. It's almost like the French. Well, you know,
Done.
a time when the veil between the worlds of the living and the dead grows thin,
What's up?
and we welcome the ancestors into our homes.
Endure. In enduring, grow strong.
You know, just let them in and say, nice to see you again. To see you nice. This, of course, then changed to the Christian All Saints and All Souls. Well, mostly just All Souls. You know, All Hallows Eve. And then the Americans got hold of it and turned it into some horrible commercial thing full of plastic tat and so-called sexy costumes. I don't know what. And also scary costumes of people who are still alive, which rather defeats the point. But anyway, one character for whom the veil between the worlds of the living and the dead has indeed grown quite thin is the Nameless one from Planescape Torment. And, you know, it's actually been 3 months and 3 days since I last recorded an episode of this. I don't know why, exactly. I have some pretty good ideas, though. I know why I put the game on hold for a little while. I was a little stuck in this area, having a slightly hard time, and
I'm gone.
also Other Side was coming out, and Baldur's Gate 3 was coming out, and also, what else? Oh, hello. Right, you.
Huh?
More, better get busy.
Slattern. Sure, why not?
Oh, Solasta, that was the other one, right, yes.
Flies looking for red.
Die.
So I wanted to give the game a fair chance, new games a fair chance, so I put Torment on hold.
Did you see that?
Oh, we saw it more.
Done.
I didn't expect it to be quite such a long break, though. And we are all full up, aren't we? Oh, it's not counting ground? That's annoying.
Done.
What?
But obviously,
Sure, why not?
you know. It's Halloween, we're down here in the crypts with all the dead people, looking to find out where Farod has been getting his corpses from. We're also down here for something else. And much more importantly, the gate is closed behind us, so we have passed a point of no return, at least for now. So obviously it's been about 3 months. My memory is not going to be perfect regarding exactly what's going on down here. But I should be looking for... Well, we're in the halls of the dead, but I should be looking for things. Signs, evidence. It's a sphere, isn't it? Spell ruby. Oh, here's lucky knife. Now, where is that? Oh, I just got to find it. Stuck in a ghoul. Okay. Bronze sphere. Yes, that's our main purpose down here. Right. Find a missing journal. I think that's just about possible. Find the source of Farod's bodies for Emmerich. Find and return Uhir's lucky knife. Get a bronze sphere. Remove Requin's curse of stench. That will have to wait. That's a later game thing. Find a spell ruby for Jarim. So I can from a ruby to complete one of his spells. He's promised to make it worth my while. Don't know where I'm going to find that, to be honest. Find out where Farod's corpses are coming from for a man in Ragpicker Square. And for Emmerich. Yeah, everyone wants to know where Farod's getting his corpses from. Basically, down here. Now, there are a number of dangerous foes down here that we want to be careful about. Also, ideally down here we should be back in the thief class. We're not, are we? Oh, we are! Excellent. That's magnificent. In that case, why aren't we? Yeah.
I'm gone.
Yes, there are traps down here, and we should be careful just in case we run into them. Well, I mean, just in case we actually manage to find them. Ooh, blue claw. Blue.
All right. I hear your word. I shall serve.
Blue claw. Right. Unidentified. Oh, another magic item. Right. Do we have any... I don't believe we do have any scrolls of identifier. No. Mort's not going to be much use of that. Actually, because it does come down to the lore skill, which is a BioWare fabrication. It's not a... Okay, lore 12 on each of them. That's not different. But yeah, so I have sadly neglected...
I'm gone.
Torment for far too long now, and I should get back to it. Also, these darkened archways apparently just... Well, that one can be traversed. This one, I should hold off because I don't know where it goes. Right, so... Issues. We have some issues. It's either there, or actually, we got a map. Crypt of Dismemberment. Live the face in stone. Oh, is it down here then? Because the rats are the ones that fought that way. A Crypt of Dismemberment, I think, is like a Crypt of the Embraced, Shattered Crypt. Anything that's called a crypt is a little mini side room place. And that's not what we are looking for. You'll note that I have healed Mort and dak'kon, but not the Nameless one. Why? Well, he regenerates, but more importantly, we have limited pack space at the moment. We're carrying a lot of heavy things, and it would be in our best interest to make good use of our consumable items while we're down here, to make more room for the carrying of the things. You know what, if we send these to Mort... we'll have a little more room for things and stuff. Now what's this? This is... Ah! Can only be used in the quick item menu. And right click each item they want to identify. Oh, well. I was just saying I needed to use consumable items.
I will hear you.
There we go. What do we got? Shamanic Rod of Magic Missile. Probably cast level 1 with 10 charges apparently. And the bone dagger +1. What, d6 damage? That's is that special +1 piercing damage on top of a +1 enchantment? If so, in reality then that's 3 to 8 damage, which is pretty ridiculous. However, just like this one. Right. Okay. And are we searching for traps again? Yes, we are. Good. We probably completely failed to find them.
I'm gone.
Why is that a turnaround? That's interesting. We should look for enemies first before taking a close look at this, because it's not a very safe place. Oh well. As you pass one of the twisted stone faces on the walls, it calls out to you in a creaking voice that sounds like the shifting of boulders. Immortal, regard me. I am live. I would have words with you. How do you know I'm immortal? I see a burning purpose within your shell. I see many things in the falling dust of these tunnels. You lack something essential, and that keeps you from death's sweet embrace. Right, so what did you want to say to me? Listen. This place holds much danger for you. Treachery awaits you on the surface, and your ways long and winding. At the end, you will find what you have sought, but you may not want it then. Are you some sort of oracle? Oracle? No. I observe. That is all. In that case, perhaps you can answer some questions I had. What did you want to know? Tell me about yourself. How did you come to be in this situation? I was once a respected leader of my community in the lower ward. A petty lord sought to increase his power at the expense of my people. My friends, my relatives, and friends and I spoke against him. And then he turned you into a stone face on the wall? What happened next? And then he captured us, one by one, and bound our spirits and senses into these screaming faces under the ditch, where all filth in sigil comes eventually. And then he let the polluted waters above flow through our mouths and noses and eyes. I see. Is there anything I can do to help? I am cursed to remain here until fresh water passes my lips. There is a magical flask of water in the drowned nations. Bring it to me and give me a taste of it, and I shall tell you of someone who can help you unlock its full potential, and you shall never lack for water ever again. This sounds like quite an impressive item. Where is this flask? Oh, I know where this is going. This ties in with the burning man who is continually on fire.
Updated my journal.
I do not know. There was an artist named Chad who frequented these tunnels. He knew. Find him, and he may tell you. Alright, how do I get to these tunnels? Yeah. How do I get there? I'm right in it! Sort of. Through the dead nations, where the dead walk and rule, or through the warrens of thought, where many as one hold sway. Neither is without its risks. Okay, so a Dead Nations is a place full of undead, and many as one is like the head of the mind rat hive mind, kind of like a mind flayer hive mind, right? So, what about the Dead Nations? The dead have achieved life in their own way. They rule a portion of these catacombs. They struggle with many as one for the heart of these tunnels. And what about many as one? You have heard of cranium rats. Surely, when they gather, they become more powerful. A shared mind. They and their servants, were-rats, seek mastery of these undertunnels. They war with the dead nations. Can you tell me more about these catacombs? The catacombs were carved eons ago to house the dead of the city, did not wish the tender ministrations of the dustmen. They have become the refuse ground of this city, where dwell monsters barely seen, where humans prowl like scavengers among the scavengers. Many as one patrols these tunnels, and has turned many against their natures. The dead nations prowl as well, guarding against the depredations of the humans who walk among them. That would be Farrod's collectors coming and dragging away unwilling corpses. I have some other questions. What did you want to know? Okay, no, I've covered all of these topics. Nothing more for now. Very well. And now, let us be weary. But look, we don't have the best chances in the world of finding traps. But if we do, and we're not going to be improving it anytime soon. I mean, 42% is not entirely shabby, you know? Is this it? I'm not going to... Okay, I will have a peek. I'm not going to take a skull and a bone.
I don't trust the Gith. I say we leave him behind.
Yeah, steady on, Mort. He's a Githzerai, not a Gith Yankee. You know, he's not covered in black face paint. He's shouting about how he wants to kill everyone, you know. Unlike most of the barrels and urns in the catacombs, these appear to have been relatively unmolested. Well, yeah, but barrel urns and canopic jars generally don't have anything too valuable in them. Is this the mosaic crypt? It would be nice to return to these crypts sometime soon. But I don't think we feel ready. Now, should I align myself? Wait, what's this? What's this down here? Yeah, should I attempt to align myself with the downed nations or many as one? Well, there's already enough mind flayers in Baldur's Gate 3. And the... Oh, hello. Look, let it come to us.
Balance in all things.
Yeah, I think you're out of space.
What's up, Chief?
More, don't even bother taunting. In fact, go out there and
Sure, why not?
hold its attention. Right, you two. Lovely.
It is I.
And such foes rarely walk alone. Is there really nothing there to pick up? Okay,
Done.
let's meander thusly. Is this truly a dead end? I think it might well be. So a good place to back into defensively if we must. And you absolutely should be searching for traps all the time.
Done.
Its body appears to have been equipped and outfitted after the flesh decayed from its bones. Alright, you. Yes, come to us, O angry, vengeful, bitter dead, and get smacked. Many foes walk these halls. Some seek our doom. Hello, you. You don't appear to be moving. Let's give you a little incentive. Oh, somehow found.
The rock sings true.
Oh, nice. I still don't know why he's talking about a crocodile though. That is not how you're going to pronounce Karach. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's something. Right. What a force.
I'm gone.
Why, hello. dead nations. Right, so yeah, there's already enough mind flayers and hive minds in Baldur's Gate 3, and it is All Hallows Eve, so we should probably go in that direction. However, this body must have been undead. The wounds that killed it came a long time after the flesh disappeared from those bones. However, I should be asking myself, do I want to go visit any of the little side areas? I'm pretty sure I can come back here. Hold on.
I'm gone.
I do not see a trap. I see a beer that could be investigated. B-I-E-R. Bandages, look, we could really do with that. And the commons, we're going to need them. Oh, embalming fluid. Yes, please. I mean, I know it can only be used on Mortem, a Nameless one. But hey, that's Mortem, a Nameless one, you know, so... yeah. I keep wanting to double-click on the portraits to center the camera on them. That's how much Baldur's Gate 3 I've been playing recently. Well then, let's go off and meet the dead. And hopefully their voices won't be as slow and dolorous as that of Glythe the Stone Face. Preferably with less ellipses. We have gathered our party, let us venture forth. Now this is where the game really sort of steps up in the weirdness factor a little bit. Look at all these spooky, scary skeletons. Yeah, apparently there's a song that people are obsessed with as of 2 or 3 years ago, but no one had ever heard of before apart from some people who had. So we have Hargrim the Bleak. Damn, I should have really had a drink of water before starting this episode, shouldn't I? Stop. Thou have come too far, traveller, and trespassed into the dead nation's realm of the Silent King. Wilt thou submit peacefully? Yes, I am correcting the bad Shakespearean English. My God! No, I've seen worse, trust me, but there are mistakes. Submit to what? Exactly. 'Tis the will of the Silent King that all who pass the gates into our nation become prisoners of his lands. Wilt thou submit? Well, if I say no, there's really quite a lot of them now, so here we are. Very well. I shall submit. Come then. We shall show thee to the chapel. Know this. Thou shalt be free to wander these halls, but not to leave the catacombs. Thou shalt be a prisoner here until thy death. Should thou later arise as we have, thou shalt be free. Praise the Silent King. His will be done. Very well, let's follow them.
Updated my journal.
So here you go. We've seen you in the city up before. You were the dustman near the front gates of the crematorium, or whatever, the mortuary, on the inside, you know, guarding the way out. Ah, I can't remember his voice. Another member of the living. More are slain by the ghouls as far into the catacombs. You are fortunate. Sorry, most are slain by the ghouls this far into the catacombs. You are fortunate. Who are you? No, I know who you are, I've met you, but who really are you to be all the way down here? I am Soego, factotum of the Dustman. I am a missionary in these parts. He gives a half bow. What, a missionary to the dead, trying to persuade them to give up this false life and accept and embrace the true death? Yes, I came to these catacombs after hearing rumours of undead that were aware in these parts. I hope to save them. And by save them you mean persuade them to accept the true death? Yes, passion ties them to this false life. I hope I can teach them to forsake these passions and leave this false life behind and reach the true death. We've already spoken to other dustmen about the false life and the true death. Are we going to learn something different from him? Does he have some unique point of view? Or is this just an opportunity to catch up? Is it like everyone from the faction is going to say the same thing? You want them to die? I wish them to transcend this plane of existence, divorce themselves from passion. It can save them. Oh, I said that a bit too passionately, didn't I? It can save them. Why have I been made a prisoner here? I do not know. Ask some of the citizens here. And where am I? Just to be clear. You are in the catacombs of the dead nations. The guards brought you here. Why have we not revealed the fact? Right, ancient memories from about 20 years ago. He's a were-rat masquerading as a dustman, or a dustman who became a were-rat. And there's a way to reveal it. And we clearly haven't managed it yet. That's all I wish to know. Fare thee well for now. A moment of your time before I go. Do not attack any of the undead here in the catacombs. They will not harm you so long as you remain peaceful. Should you prove hostile, they will defend themselves, and there are many of them. Lastly, you may return here if you need to rest. Well, can we rest now?
Updated my journal.
Of course. You shall be safe in this chamber while you rest. Thank you. Of course, we need to initiate lots of conversations.
Done.
We have rested long and hard. What was this? A small brazier barely gives off light, much less heat. What can I do here? This metal slab is apparently used as a bed. There looks to be a portion on its side which can be pried open. I'm not going to do that. He's right there watching. Is there... These metal bars on the walls are a bit odd. I mean, I doubt they're for climbing. Okay. Lots of barrels, which are apparently one item. 10 bandages! I might come back for those. For now, though, we walk these halls at one with the dead. Like some kind of necromantic kleptomaniac. Without purpose or plot, you say? Well, let them remain that way, as there may be a whole thing with someone who wants help unlocking them to get at something they've left behind. Thing is, being dead... This is a door, isn't it? Yes, it looked like a door. Being dead, the inhabitants of this area shouldn't really be anxious about anything, because they have all the time in the world. This pulpit is made of old wood, slowly falling apart in the damp air of the catacombs. There should be a lot of that mouldering theme. Oh, hello. Scroll of Blood Bridge. That is a very nice spell. And actually, do we have Blood Bridge? We cannot see, sadly. I want to check if the Nameless one has the spell before giving it to dak'kon. And sadly, that is not something I am able to discover. So, we appear to have been in the nave of the chapel. There's no matching door on this side to explore, which kind of lends an odd asymmetry. Ah, there's Hargrim the Black once again. Let's see if we can approach him and exchange a few words. That sounded like a fighting sound to me. This skeleton wears what appear to be ancient priest robes, heavy and ornate. It carries a large, impressive stave which is capped with intricately carved horns, dangling pendants, and a gilded skull. Greetings. The skeleton, its eyes aglow like two burning embers, looks you over but makes no reply. Are you the Silent King? It shakes its head, turning with an eerie grace and pointing eastwards. Then it turns to you once more. May I speak with him? It holds up a bony palm. With a creaking groan and a puff of dust, its jaws open to speak. No. Its voice, deep and resonant, echoes for a long while in the vaulted chamber. But why not? Its voice booms throughout the chamber. No living creature may pass the doors that lead to his throne room, nor would I allow thee an audience, even if such a thing were possible. Thou shalt not see him. I'll take my leave then. Farewell. Right. Ghoul, hello. This drooling, yellow-eyed ghoul reeks of blood and carrion. It picks at its crooked fangs with long, filthy talons, constantly snuffling the air around it. His flesh has turned a sickly green colour and is covered in rot and weeping sores. And there we thought this wasn't going to get into a scary, undead episode.
Hey, don't know if you want to be talking to that thing.
Why not, Mort?
They were once humans. They, or their ancestors, feasted on corpses, and this is what they've become. Pretty nasty stuff, Chief. They're little more than animals, really. Dangerous animals.
All right then. Well, let's go. What about... Oh, another ghoul. Are these all ghouls? Yes, they are. Apart from the skeletons and the zombies. Right, so... I'm not sure if I want to be looking just for named individuals or if I should actually go talk to others as well as I search for named individuals. It's not like I look out across the room and go, hey you, you've got a name. I should talk to you. What's in here? Daggers. What would be really nice down here, actually, would be finding someone to trade with and offload a load of the assorted stuff we found in the Catacombs outside. Yeah, that might be a bit insensitive. Here, let us sell you all this crap we stole off you. A nameless zombie. Well, we're the only nameless one. It's like being the only gay in the village, you know. Doubtful skeleton. Oh my god, is this what I think it is? There is no meat left on the bones of this ancient animated corpse. Only a few colourful coloured rags, which seem to serve as decoration more as decoration than clothing. It is staring at the floor, shaking its head and tapping its chin thoughtfully. I'm stepping away. I think this skeleton is having doubts about his undead existence and is considering accepting the true death. And when there's a way of... This is a way of getting Soego into trouble, but also once we do that, we are allowed to go speak with the dead king. And Now, do we talk to him first and find out he's having doubts, or do we go speak to Hargrim and find out, or... But these are like 20-year-old memories. I should not be remembered this much. Lots of zombies. Oh, is this a Stale Mary? Yeah. This musty-smelling female zombie looks exceptionally old, almost mummified. Her skin has the appearance of mouldering grey-green leather, and one of her eyes has fallen out, leaving a dark pit in her face. Her voice is slow and thick. Greetings. Greetings to you too, milady. She indicates herself and speaks again. Murray. It sounds as if her vocal cords are festering away in some soupy mess at the base of her throat. Stale Mary, eh? I have some questions. She nods her head, awaiting your question. Where am I? She mumbles and groans, a stuttering, completely incomprehensible phrase. I can't understand. Can't you speak more clearly? She shakes her head sadly, her shoulders rising up in a painfully slow shrug. I think there is a way of learning to understand her. Soon. Oh god, is she planning on holding a coup? You see, Stale Mary, when she finally notices you, she groans softly. I had some questions. She nods her head, waiting for answers. I'll try for the complicated answer I can't understand. Have you seen a small bronze sphere anywhere here? She mumbles it. Right, some other questions. Why have I been made a prisoner? Okay, I can't remember how to understand her. Do I maybe need more intelligence or wisdom? I don't know. But I should certainly have a look around and see what I can find. Also, there's that Nameless Zombie I should definitely go and speak to at some point. For now, though, perhaps I should... Riddling Skeleton, with a snort of derision, and Acasti. Very Greek name there. We've had other sort of Greek mythological references and things. Okay, Skelly, what you got? This skeleton is shaking its head and giggling to itself, despite having no vocal cords or lungs and therefore being completely incapable of producing a voice. It guffaws and snorts occasionally, biting down on its bony hand to stop itself. It is old enough so that no meat is left on its bones, only a few coloured rags. Greetings! Yes! It sniggers, puffs of dust flying forth with each breath. I had some questions. I know nothing. I don't come from Barcelona. I come from the city up above, apparently. 'Twould do me well to seek answers from another, for I've no interest in hearing thy questions. It covers its mouth, giggling and snorting. I know, terribly rude, but thou shalt have to forgive me for this. Very well, I'll find someone else. I'm sensing there's a chain of events we need to set off to come back to him. And I haven't the faintest idea what... Knifed ghoul? Hello? You. This ghoul's face has a great gash across it, and one of its eyes has been destroyed entirely. Despite the relative freshness of the wound, It seems to cause the foul-smelling creature no pain or discomfort. You notice a grimy knife tucked into its waistband. The letters Uhir are carved into its handle. Could I have that knife you got tucked into your belt? The ghoul looks down at the knife, scratching its head as if wondering how it got there. Finally it looks up and gives you a sly, toothy grin.
Meat want knife? Meat make trade, yes?
How about these rat's tails?
Yes, yes. The ghoul snatches them away greedily and devours them. After licking his clawed fingers clean, he tosses you his knife.
Thanks. Farewell. Hey, we got rid of some rat's tails, and we got a magic knife we haven't identified yet. Should have held on to that identification charm. Let's give this to you. Let's stick that there. And give that to you as well. I mean, for now, since we can explore relatively unmolested, I want to walk around and see what we can meet down here. More skeletons, many skeletons. Wait, isn't this the... This looks ominously like a... Yeah. So these would be the guards of the chamber we are forbidden entrance to. They're all standing here, ceremonially on display, guarding the entrance. And that's okay. Look, this is one of those sort of situations where we don't have a lot of power. We want to investigate all our options and see what is available to us. What are these? This is an iron hinged lid that opens into a small coffin area. I don't know, I'd say that's quite a large coffin below. I mean, you'd be possibly able to fit one of those royal guards into there if you kind of packed it down a little bit. Obviously we're not going through that door. Through that door lies freedom, which is denied us. Hang on, it does look... This looks like the entrance area we came in through. What about this door? These doors locked. And I imagine these would also be locked. Yes. So here is a Casto. We might want to talk to her, but then also I should pay attention to the time. I've been recording for quite a while. You know, it has been far too long. It's great to be back in Torment, but also... Skeleton Merchant! Hello, Skeleton Merchant. We would like to perform mercantile operations with you. Well, that's it. I'm doing this now. You see a skeleton bouncing from the ball of one foot to another. Air whistles from between its teeth. It looks very, very bored. At your approach, its demeanor changes entirely. Welcome, welcome. I've got a host of items for your perusal, fresh from the latest Burks who've been trying to loot the quiet ones. Would you like to see them? Yeah, although I'm... Hang on, though. Wait, yeah, for now, yeah, show me what you got. Do you have any funky things that are really good that we might like? Charm of Infinite Recall? That's not a bad idea. Magic Scrolls, Bloodbridge, Ice Knife, Elysium's Tears. Well, that I don't think we have. We'll have that. And can we offload some of these? Quite probably, but let's just buy this for now. It would be really nice to be able to see our magic user spellbook. We're not allowed to go see our level 2 spells. That is the problem. We can see these. And he doesn't have identify. Interesting. Scroll of Elysium's Tears. Blood Bridge. I'm pretty sure we have Blood Bridge. Sadistic Frame. What am I... Huh. Okay. So a green steel knife. Hang on, 2 to 5. 1 to 4. So this isn't too special, and we can just sell it. I'm looking to see what else we might be able to sell. We sell those. Yeah. What else can we sell? You know, of course, what we really need is a 4th character to carry more things for us. Anthrax 2-7 1-8. So we got the 8 is higher, but this is a more reliable central sling. Hold on. Well, we can sell that then. All right. So we can sell this and this. Rusty dagger. Do we rusty dagger and bronze bracelet? Do we have either? 1 to 3. Okay. Let's hold on to that for now. Are you going to answer any of my questions? This sounds like he would have been reluctant to do so before. Nope. He looks around behind you. I'd rather stare at the wall, frankly. He looks back at you. Are you going to buy something or not? Well, no, I don't think so for now. Continue exploring these ancient halls. You not? There we go. Nameless. We should look at the Nameless Zombie, I suppose, before ending the episode. That would be a good thematic thing to do. It was back this way, wasn't it? There she is. Hello. This rotting female corpse is shaking her head and moaning sadly. As you approach, however, she turns and holds her hands out to you, as if asking for aid. Forgot my name. The zombie moans softly in reply. With each exhalation, the stench of rotting meat fills the air. I have some questions for you. You can't make out the zombie's moans, but it seems as if she's asking you something. I can't understand you. Farewell. How do I... Is it Caste? There's... Right, look. I'm trying to remember. But basically down here, there is a way to learn to speak to the dead. I don't think it's got anything to do with Hargrim the Black. But when we do that, Stale Mary can tell us so many useful things when we learn to understand her. And clearly some of the other dead aren't quite understanding us at the moment either. I should really look into this, but it's, it's late. I came downstairs in the middle of the night, slept for about an hour and a half on the sofa before I even started recording. I might not be thinking at my best. I'm also thinking that I might just need a little bit more intelligence and wisdom, which I'm not going to get without leveling. I am getting experience down here, but I'm not going to get 5, 10, 15,000 anytime soon. That being said, no, the others aren't going to be leveling anytime soon either. About 10,000, because remember the experience is split, so 10,000 to get to fighter level 5. So we will probably be leveling before either of the other two. So yeah, I am actually going to end the episode here. I hope you've all enjoyed this one, and I will look forward to seeing you all in the next one, which hopefully we won't have to wait another 3 months and 3 days for. In fact, probably less than a week. But I'm going to say bye-bye for now, and cheerio, everyone!